Now, Dewald, it looks as though it's going to be a very busy day here at your truck auction. Is that a reflection of the popularity of the auction market for either buyers of cars or trucks or even construction equipment at the moment?
It is, yeah, let me put it like this. Auctions has changed over the last 2-3 years. I think a lot of the end users are realizing that they can save themselves a lot of money by buying directly on auctions, okay? By not buying from a dealer directly, they're cutting out the middleman and thus saving themselves a great deal of money. So it's picked up quite a bit, yeah.
Now, does it make more sense, whether you're a business or a private buyer, to actually use an auction facility such as this to buy your truck or your construction vehicle, rather than going to one of the main dealerships, the used dealerships, for example?
Well, absolutely, and I mean, it also depends. It is a time factor. The nice thing about auctions, it's transparent, it's nice and easy. It only takes a day or half a day. If you do your homework, you've got a choice of it, you generally pay a lot less. So, I mean, in that perspective, absolutely, absolutely.
And you're looking at a crowd of probably nearly 200 people, potential buyers registering for the auction today. What sort of people have you got visiting here and actually registering to bid? Is it dealers or is it private buyers and small businesses these days?
Look, like I said previously, in the old days, 4 or 5 years ago, it generally used to be dealers, used to come to an auction. We generally only sell or mainly sell bank repossessions, liquidation fleets, etc., or replacement fleets. So what has happened in the old days is the dealers used to come to the auctions. They used to buy the trucks, spend a bit of money, fix it up, and then put it on the floor and sell it. Now the general public or the companies are actually realizing, hey, I don't need the dealer anymore, I can do it all myself. So it's in that aspect, yes, yeah.
Big question, of course, for many is what kind of vehicles can you get in an auction like this? Is it just trucks, or can you get construction vehicles and tractors and so on like that?
We generally specialize in everything, basically. You can buy right from a 8-ton truck from us up until a 30-ton crane. So I mean, we handle all the aspects right through construction, mining, trucking, transport, trailers, anything you want, basically. I mean, we even started selling aviation equipment not too long ago. Yeah, we're selling airplanes now as well. Supercars.
Now, obviously, we saw the Soccer World Cup taking place last year, a lot of construction projects going on, the roadworks and so forth. Are you seeing a lot of construction equipment, and is it a wise move for people to come and buy from the auction that type of equipment?
They are. The prices are a bit down though. There is a surplus equipment due to the fact that a lot of capital contracts has finished, and a lot of guys has finished the main roadworks and everything that they had to get ready for the World Cup. So there is a lot of equipment coming back. Also, there is quite a lot of new capital contracts going out. So whatever is coming in, we're not having too much trouble getting go of it. Prices are a bit down, but it's obviously a lot bigger buyer's market than it is a seller's market at this point in time.
Now, you've got a very big yard here, Dewald, certainly full of a wide range of trucks and equipment. In terms of buying on finance, so there's certain rules attached to that, and certainly what happens with regards to the age of the vehicles?
Banks generally don't finance vehicles that are older than 5 years. So the general public, you know, if you're end user or whatever, you don't have a very strong relationship with your bank, a bank would not finance that. Having said that, the items that are 5 years older or less generally go for a lot more money than anything that's not financeable, because the guys has to pay cash for those. Banks won't finance them.
There's a lot of people not quite sure maybe about how auctions operate at the moment. What are the major pitfalls that people should be looking for?
Look, the banks are a lot stricter than they used to be. That's the first thing people has got to understand. And then the banks generally don't finance without a big deposit. So unless there's a big deposit, they cannot get a finance for it. And also they need to do their homework on the article. Come to the viewing day, go through the vehicles, make sure what you're buying and make sure how much money you want to spend. That's generally the biggest thing.
How does the process work in terms of bidding and arriving on the day?
Very straightforward. Highest bidder gets it. I mean, it's very, for people that hasn't been to auctions yet, attend one or two, see how it works. It's very straightforward. The highest bidder gets it. Doesn't include your buyer's commission, doesn't include VAT, but it's very straightforward as that.
In terms of the vehicles that shift the best, what are your preferences in terms of vehicles you want on your yard?
Right now, everything sells. I mean, everything sells there's always a market for something. But generally trucking is doing very well right now. Mid-trucking, your rigid trucks, your 4 to your 8 tonners, is a very big market for that right now. A lot of certain items has changed, but it's also it's got a lot to do with the market demand. In winter time, you will see the coal trailers or interlink trailers sell for much more money than in summer because there's high demand, they need to shift more coal, etc., etc. Water trucks will go for sell for more in winter due to the fact that there's a greater need for water trucks in winter than in summer. So it's very market specific and it changes every day. It changes daily and monthly.
Yeah, makes sense. So certainly very, very appealing for the small to medium enterprise who wants a truck just to run their business. I actually saw a nice little John Deere tractor there, so I might have to have a look at that.